Give me a minute. I'm just checking out. Yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome again to today's session. And today we're going to talk about GTM. Have you ever heard of this? Go to market. GTM is nothing but go to market strategy. So I'm going to talk more on go to market strategy. What is that, and why do we need that? What are the key components involved in defining or arriving at an go to market strategy or go to market plan? Okay. So to start with, let me share my screen quickly. 1 minute, please. Yeah, hope you are seeing my screen now. So GTM is nothing but how do you launch a product into the market, right? So you have come up with a product, you have defined, you have worked on for a long time, and your product is finally ready. And how do you take this product to the market? Be it a product or a service that you offer to the end user, the customers. So how do you take your product or service to the market so customers are getting aware about the product that you're launching, and your revenue that's when the customer starts buying your product or service, and then the revenue starts coming to the company. So basically GTM is nothing but how do you launch your product into the market is the go to market strategy. So why do we need this? So without doing this without having a go to market strategy or a go to market plan, we may not able to have have an effective market entry there. So without doing a go to market, my end users or the customers will not know that products like yours is existing in the market. So when the people are not aware of it, then obviously people will not buy it. Then your revenue goals will never be achieved. So always you need an effective marketing plan. So you need effective market entry. That's when customers will get aware of about the product. So by that you're aligning it to the customers expectations. So customer alignment is the second. So by doing this, you're ensuring that your product is there, that is aligned to the customer's pain points that they're facing in their day-to-day life, and your product is a solution for that. So we are trying to define and project our product as the best solution that we are offering for them for their problem, right? That is alignment. And then the competitive advantage. If you are a first mover in the market, then yes, you have an exorbitant luxury of being a first mover. So you will have you'll be a what they call, you'll be the single person who is providing that service or product. So you'll be having a competitive advantage over other players who is going to come in the future, right? So you are the first mover. You have a first mover advantage always. But if that is not the case and you have other players already there in the market, then having an effective go-to-market plan will have a very competitive advantage over other players already there in the market. So there are already 2-3 players there in the market, and you are the fourth player that's getting in. But you are supposed to be reaching the reach you're supposed to do is going to be should be on a different scale, wherein the customers will start looking at your product instead of the competitors. So the reachability to the audience is the first one is there. So once you have once you reach the one, sorry about that. So once you have an competitive advantage and you to the market, then people start looking into the product, and then despite the existing competitors, your product is going to be successful. That is how your go-to-market strategy is supposed to be. And next is about revenue growth. Once you have business goals and revenue growth, once you have a effective go-to-market strategy or plan, you're going to attain the business goals, and the revenue goals are going to be met based on the sales that's happening for the product. And finally, you have the risk mitigation. Any problems or any issues or any risk that is cropping up, you can identify it early in the early stages and then work accordingly to solve that issue. So to reiterate again, so first is effective market entry and the audience reach. So how much audience you are able to reach during that market entry for initial product launch itself. So that will give you a momentum and traction in the market to move forward. So that is first, and second is customer alignment, and third is competitive advantage, and fourth is business goals or the revenue business goals and the revenue growth that comes based on the that's happening in the market, and then the recession is the final one. So next we are talking about what are the key components that is there. Key components that is to be followed for a successful go-to-market strategy. So the key components are listed out there in the slides. First is about market reach. So who is the target market? You're supposed to identify the target market first. So based on that, you're supposed to GTM plans. So you need to identify a target market and identify the customer needs. So these two things you will be able to you will have this in place in hand with you on the market research activities and competitor analysis that you did in the initial stage itself, even before product development stage. So market research there. So those things will come in handy here. You need to identify your target market and make sure you have the customer needs, which are the pain points the customers are facing. All those are defined properly, and based on that, you're going to target the customers in the market and the market trends. What is the market situation? What are the potential opportunities we have? All these things are there in the market research itself. Next is about what you see on the screen is value proposition. So what is your unique selling point? So what is so special? What is the self feature that you have in the product or the service you offer that is in the market, that's there in the existing players? Something like that. So what is that? We can also talk. We usually talk about it like proprietary knowledge component. So that is only unique for you. It's kind of an trademark, or even you can apply for patent with that PKC if you have the unique selling point. If you're a first mover in the market, so that you need to identify. So unique selling point is supposed to be identified, and what are the benefits of the product for the customers? You need to define that as well. And next is about the target audience. So you have a target market arrived at using the market research activities. So you need to identify the target market and segment the target audience into different based on the demography and the behavior of each of the customers in that area, in that location. And then you also have the customer personas or buyer personas, like how your customers, who is your customer, how is that they are going to, who are they, what they do, and why do they need this, what is the problem? All those things you need to arrive at. That's what the customer personas is. So what are the key benefits. What you need to know the ideal customers whom we are targeting, and based on that, the customer personas which you are arriving at, you can arrive at the sales and marketing plan for those customers. So we'll talk more on customer personas or buyer personas in the upcoming videos in the future. So currently we are ending it like target audience. First is segmentation and buyer personas, which you are supposed to be having in place for the perfect GTM plan. Next is about positioning. So the brand positioning, how you want your product or your company to be perceived by the end users. So you need to take care of that, the brand positioning, and then the messaging. What is the key selling point or key messaging which you are putting in? So if we have this talk always, so we can always say that this is my product, my phone is there, and I'm going this is going to be helpful for this are the key benefits, and likewise we can tell a number of things, but we need to define the why. So that is where the messaging comes in. Why do we need this? That's where the messaging, and why do we need this product in the market, and why this is going to be helpful for you. So we need to that's what I even talked about in the previous videos. Like, we need to arrive at why. Start with why always. When you're doing something, when you have a product in place, but you don't know, you will always know how you did it, what all you are supposed to do. All those things you'll be able to arrive at. But if you don't know the why you are doing that, what you're doing, then whatever you have done, like what and how, all those answers may not be very much helpful. So your messaging should be related to why. So you're facing this problems, and that is because of this, and this is going to solve those problems, something like that. It's in why do you need this product, why the customers are supposed to buy this product. That is where the messaging comes in. So that's where you're positioning the product in the market, in the customer's mind, so that they perceive that, okay, if I'm going to buy this product, it's going to solve me these problems. That's how they are they should perceive about the product from the customer's mindset. Next is about sales and distribution channels. So we need to arrive at a sales strategy and distribution channels as well. So what is the best sales strategy we are supposed to follow? Like online sales and partnerships or affiliate marketing or what all sales channels we have. We'll need to identify that, and then the distribution channels. So how the product is going to reach the end users, how the product is going to get uh, how the customers are going to get it. So either it's a retail or e-commerce, online products, or wholesale dealers. All those things you need to identify, and you need to arrive at in the GTM plan. So you have a proper sales plan and also the distribution channel plan. So once that is done, so you need to arrive at how we are going to take this into the market. Like you need to have a marketing plan for that. So we have learned about marketing mix, which is 4 P's in the market. So product, price, place, and promotion. So based on this, you are a marketing plan and also the promotion tactics. So how are you going to reach to the customers based on advertising, social media, or email marketing, content marketing, webinars. So what else? So or else live events that happens. So how is that you're going to take it to the market? So that all you're supposed to arrive at. That comes under marketing plan. Next is about pricing strategy. Excuse me. Yeah, next is about pricing strategy, which talks about we'll have to make sure that we have a proper pricing model that is that that is cost effective and also gives us revenue, and it is also based, the pricing is supposed to be fixed based on the value that we are adding to them. So based on that, you need to properly plan your pricing. And if there is any say for example, there is always this competitors in place, and you need to make sure that you're also not overcharging the customers and also not undercharging the customers apart from what you're supposed to be doing. Then that will have a different impact on the customers mindset. So make sure you have a proper pricing plan and pricing model and pricing strategy. And okay, if you have if a competitor out there and they have a certain pricing, okay, you can still stay in that bracket itself. But if you have, of course, a unique selling proposition compared to all those things, yes, you can obviously price it much higher than what the competitors are priced at. That depends on what type of product you're doing and how exclusive your product is and how unique your product is. So that's what you need to make sure you plan accordingly, the pricing things. And then revenue goals, you need to set a clear target and target based on the business goals, and revenue is supposed to be arrives. Okay, this much revenue is supposed to get. So you need to plan that also prior to entering the market. So next is about sales enablement. So sales enablement is nothing but training the customers, training the sales, marketing, and support team, like what is there in the product, what all things that product can do. So only when the sales and marketing team knows that okay, my product or our product, the company's product can do these things, yes, they will pitch accordingly to the customers in the market. If they are not equipped with the required knowledge, then boom. So these things always, of course, the entire GTM plan comes under the limit of product managers as well. So training the sales, marketing and support teams, it also again come and falls on our shoulders. Wherein we need to, product managers have to train the sales team and marketing team, like what is new in the product and what is the unique selling proposition. All those things we need to enrich them with the required knowledge so that they can pitch accordingly to their customers. And collaterals. So any marketing and sales collaterals that needs to be prepared for marketing activities, we need to help the team get the documentations, get the necessary collaterals done, which could be brochures, case studies, product demos, and that will support them during the sales process. So all those things we need to get ready even before the launch of the product. So next comes the final one is last but one is the launch plan. So we have all these set up done prior to the product launch. But what is the what is the launch? When are we going to launch the product? So what is the timeline? So you need to make sure that it's going to be how is it going to be launched and what is the timeline you're going to launch. So you can't say for example, it should be launched in a proper way that the reachability of customers that is reaching the customers on a perfect note and perfect timing. So we can't go and launch on a midnight. Say for example, in India, if you're going to launch it can't happen in the night wherein the customers are sleeping and you launch it. So you need to make sure that you have a proper timing set for the launch of the product, and also you need to plan your event. It's going to be on launch or a webinar launch or a physical event that's going to happen for a product launch. Even one of my previous companies, we we had a product in place, and we planned for a launch with it's a physical launch wherein we thought of inviting the government, I mean minister for IT minister for launching the product. So, but that didn't get I mean that didn't come live, but that didn't happen. But that was the plan. So you need to plan accordingly, like how you're going to launch everything in prior, so that you have a time set for that, date and time set for that product launch, and then you work accordingly to arrive to properly launch on that particular date and time, right? So based on what type of product, that also matters. So what type of product you're going to launch, accordingly you need to plan your type of launch, like online or offline, virtual webinar, anything. So make sure you have that things in plan properly prior to the GTM plan itself. The last is the metrics and KPIs. The key process indicators, you need to define the key process indicators so that you will know whether the product whether we are able to whether the GTM strategy plan is successful or not. So you have the metrics in place, you need to track that and make sure you're tracking that properly, and you have an eye on that always, and you make sure you have a feedback loop as well, so that any feedback that is coming about the product from the market, you capture all those and then refine your feature set in the future. So that is also there. So you need to make sure that all the KPIs and metrics are placed, because you can obviously you have as a product, when it's an online product, you will have the tools. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So when it is so you need to make sure, sorry about that. So you need to make sure that you have the metrics in place and you have a KPIs captured whenever the product is getting launched to the market. And also, as I mentioned, the feedback is supposed to be maintained. You need to make sure that you have a loop is there in place, so that you get the required feedbacks from the end users. So these are the 10 major components that you need to make sure that you have in place in a GTM strategy or GTM plan, so that your launch of the product is successful. So first is about market research, next is value proposition, third is target audience, fourth is positioning, fifth is sales and distribution, sixth is marketing plan, seventh is pricing strategy, eighth is sales enablement, ninth is launch plan, and 10th is metrics and KPIs. So before when I talked about the launch of the event, so I had this launch plan. I mean, okay, I saw this. Hope you see the screen. So it is the launch. Okay, it's the Apple products launch. So we always see Tim Cook and Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs earlier, now it's Tim coming up in the launch events and launching their products in the market for the first time. So the one which you see on the screen is for the first iPhone launch in 2007. So that was this. The pic is about from that event. So that time Steve Jobs were there. Steve Jobs were there. I was there to launch the product, and that was the history being created moment for them. So I just want to share this alone when it comes to product launch. So they should have got a very strong GTM plan, go-to-market plan, so that they were able to successfully launch the product in the market in that time as per the schedule. Steve was mentioning in the video, like they have been working. He has been waiting for this moment for past 2.5 years. So that was his talking point initially when he started off. So that is all the cases. So you need to make sure that you have everything planned properly, and then work accordingly so that you achieve the targeted launch as expected. It's okay. So that's about it. I'm just stopping my screen share. 1 minute. Yeah. So that's it for today, and hope you found the topic interesting, and the information also. I hope it was useful. And add in your inputs. Anything that if I missed out, you can obviously please add in your inputs and feedbacks in the comments below. Also, feel free to join my VIP Facebook group to get more updates on product management. Link for that is also there in the comment section. And next is about using the calendar link that is there in the comment section to schedule a one-to-one appointment with me for any product management related consultations or career consultations. And download my free ebook which talks about 6 ways to start your career in product management. The link for that also is given below in the comment section. So that's it for today, and see you again in the next video. Until then, this is Bharat Kumar signing off. Have a nice day. Take care and bye bye.